In this video, I'm going to share with you 4 tips on things to avoid when you're camping in the cold to keep your feet warm at night so you don't freeze your little tootsies. Tip number 1, do not put anything on your sleeping bag, smooshing the sleeping bag at night that is not down. If you think, oh yeah, I'm pretty slick, I'm going to bring my nice wool sweater or a blanket or something and then put it on the down, what happens at night is that weight, because this material is heavier than down for the insulation, will begin compressing the sleeping bag and you will freeze you and your feet at night. The only thing that you want to put on your sleeping bag is more down. So if you've got a down quilt or a down jacket, I didn't even think about that. But if you've got your down parka or your down jacket and it's down, then if you put down on down, like downtown, then you will be okay. But if you just say, hey, wool is warm, I should put my wool sweater on my down sleeping bag, you're setting yourself up for a freezing evening. Trust me, don't do that. Tip number 2, avoid simple air mats. I've got my simple air mat that I use for the summer, but I've got the super crinkly air mat that has insulation baffles and all sorts of things in there. So here's what it is. I'm an engineer and I'm very familiar with it. The laws of thermodynamics tell me that my body, even though I'm worth a 100-watt light bulb, cannot heat up the airspace in a simple non-baffled air mattress without that air sucking the heat out of me and then going away. Now, air does not have much conductivity, but in an air mat, when you're laying on it, have you ever had those big air mats? Friends say, hey, come on over, I've got an air mattress to sleep on, and you freeze your butt off? That's why that huge airspace is not possible for your body to warm up that airspace, and that will make you cold at night. So make sure to avoid simple air mats and get the expensive ones if you need to. Tip number 3, avoid putting your feet on the ground. You need to keep your feet on something at night, whether that's your sweater, your thermarest, whatever it is. You want to make sure that your feet are on something, because if your feet end up on the ice and ground, not only can you get cold feet, but you can actually get frostbite on the heels. I've seen it actually happen with polar explorers where they scoot around at night, their feet end up on the ice and they wake up, ouch! And that brings to the corollary of tip number 4, avoid putting your feet all the way into the absolute base of the sleeping bag, the bottom of the sleeping bag here, and then jamming them against the sleeping bag, because even though your feet are in the sleeping bag, the foot area of your sleeping bag, actually, let me see if I can unzip this. There we go. The area of your sleeping bag in here actually has down, and there's an amount of down there that is required to keep your feet warm. But if you smush your feet against the sleeping bag, like I'm going to wriggle in there and I'm going to really push my feet against there, you compress that down in your sleeping bag, you will freeze your feet. So do not get all the way into your sleeping bag and squash it. That also suggests, tip number 5, this is a bonus, not in the top list, is if you're, say, 6 feet tall and you buy a 6-foot sleeping bag, you're going to be cold on your feet because the length of the sleeping bag matches your body. You're going to wriggle around a bit, and invariably your feet will end up pressed against the bottom and your feet will get cold. And I don't want that to happen to you. So those are 4 tips plus a bonus of how to keep your feet warm, 4 things to avoid. I wrote the book on how to keep your feet warm in the cold. Please check out links below in the description. My name's Aaron Linsdau. I'm a polar explorer and professional adventurer. Read it about it in the book. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can get more info like this.